Hi everybody, Renee from Insane Fit at Home. I'm not even going to take a second to wipe my sweat before I tape this breakdown for you. I just did it, and it was 3 rounds, 50 seconds of work with a 10-second rest, so I set my gym boss for 10 seconds to prepare, then the 50 seconds of work with a 10-second rest, so 15 rounds, which is 3 times through with 5 exercises. So we had over-unders, Bosu burpee swing, a lateral hop onto the Bosu and off to the other side with a lunge in, and then Bosu get-ups with a broad jump, and then Bosu plank 3-point abs. But if you count left and right of the skier abs individually, then it's a 4-point ab. But when I wrote it, I just counted ski abs right, left as 1. So let me show you what these things are all about. And the whole thing can be done with just the floor. And if you don't have a Bosu and the floor is not tough enough for you, go ahead and add some weight. You can always buy a weighted vest. They're not expensive. They're pretty darn cheap, actually. I look forward to getting one of those. I saw, I think it was Lisa Marie using it quite often recently on the Daily Hit, I think. Okay, so anyway, over-unders. So I got my Bosu into the middle of my mat here, and I just used it as a reference point. So I started with my inner leg about a foot away, okay? And I went over and make a wide under, okay? Over, under, over, under. So it's like you're going over the fence with one leg and then under a fence with a wide, deep, knees behind the toes, traveling, side squat, butt back, belly tight, chest up, look up, knees behind the toes. And of course you can see that you can easily just do that without a reference point. And you can also reduce the range of motion, but it's really good work for your hips. Okay, Bosu, burpee swing. If you're a complete beginner, elevate yourself until you graduate from that elevation for your burpees. So you can jump in, out, step in, out, stand, or hop. Do the push-up, don't do the push-up. I prefer people try to do a little tiny push-up. So here, what we did here was I put my hands here for the push-up, tuck my elbows in, push-up, jump the feet wide, squeeze your core, and now I'm going to use this with an over-the-head. Okay, so out, bear the weight as soon as you go down. If you're advanced, you're going to try not to do this, watch. Because it doesn't, if you go quicker, you can bear more weight and get your cardio higher. If you put the hands on, and as soon as your toes touch the floor, back there, go right into it, bear the weight. Power up and swing right away. Bam, okay? It just takes away from your cardio and basically from the amount of weight, the force, the gravity force going down. If you separate the movements like this, and then sort of hang out for a second before you do your push-up. Only if you're intermediate, yeah, do that, so that your form's good, especially when you're using an unstable thingy here. Okay, but advanced, you know what to do. And then we have a Bosu 2-foot lateral hop. That one was really fun. It used a lot of core and cardio, balance, agility, coordination. Super fun. So again, you're going to use your core to initiate that movement. Okay, so you're going to be using your peripheral vision as well. Okay, so you're going on it, off it, squeezing, absorbing the shock, and then immediately lean in, keeping the hips back and the knee behind the toe, right? Squeeze your core, on it, off it, lean in. On it, off it, lean in. Okay, so if you don't have the Bosu, just do it on the floor. A lateral hop, okay? Lateral hop. And a complete beginner, you can just lateral hop, lean, push, lean. Just keep going. Okay, even if you need to use the wall. Okay, lean, lean. Sit those hips back. Keep your knee behind your toe. Okay, or at least your knee shouldn't go beyond your toes. It can come right up to your toes and tracking your toes, but not necessarily beyond your toes for many of the style of movements that we do here. Okay, and then we have a Bosu get up. And I kind of skedoodled this really quickly in my 10 seconds to the end. And I'm gonna sit on it, but I'm gonna use my abs to get down there and I'm gonna put my booty right here. Okay, so it's kind of the front top as opposed to the top. If I put my butt on the top, I'm gonna flip over backwards and bounce my head off the cement, and that would be really bad. So I'm gonna have my heels anywhere from 6 inches to a foot away from the Bosu. Okay, you can keep an eye too. So peek between your legs. So I'm gonna squeeze my core and tuck my bum under, unroll, touch with a really tight everything, and then squeezing to come up. Right from this point, I'm gonna jump. Okay, I'm not gonna stand. So I'm going to use my core. My core initiated that forward motion. Okay, and then the legs. So it was the core and then the legs. And a complete beginner is going to put themselves on a sofa, a chair, or a bench. You're going to sit down on the edge, lean back, use your core to stand up, and then skedaddle, skedaddle. So it's 2 sort of skedaddles forward. 1, 2, 1, 2. Peek to make sure your butt's close enough to sit on that sofa so you don't bounce your tailbone off the floor. And the last one was a Bosu plank, a 3-point or 4-point abs, depending on what you call them. So here we were, okay, and I jumped 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? And a complete beginner can do that in elevated position. Okay? Or you can do it on the floor. You obviously don't need the Bosu. Alrighty, guys? And this is 3 rounds. So get as many perfect reps in as you can. You gotta have super good form, stay tight. Lots of core in this one. I liked it a lot. There wasn't any particular muscle group that burned over the top. So it's a great in the middle. So if you do a heavy upper body hit, or maybe you're doing heavy upper body strength training, and then you've done a lower, this is a great in the middle one, because it's got a lot of core, cardio, and overall great movements for agility and cardio, and it's sports specific. These are great movements for people in sports. And balance, coordination, yay. Come see me at Dream Bodies Gym and do this with me in real time. Bye, guys.